guys, welcome back. So this is going to be a get ready with me using pretty much all new products. I think like 85–90% of the stuff I'm going to put on my face today is brand new. I am going to be trying out this LA Girl Pro Matte HD Longwear Matte Foundation for the second time today. So I'm filming that as a wear test and in a separate video. So I'm not going to spend too long applying the foundation. I just wanted to show it to you. I have it in the shade beige. It has a pump. It is your standard 1 fluid ounce glass bottle. I've only worn it one other time, so today will be my second wear test, but I wanted to just let you guys know I applied the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer underneath, and now I'm going to do my under eye correcting using the Bobbi Brown corrector in Peach, and I'll apply that foundation, I'll come back and we'll do the rest to get ready with. This is the second time I'm using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. I have mine in the shade C5. This is a concealer that Emily Noel has raved about. The wand is pretty large, like the Tarte Shape Tape. And I am going to use a decent amount, but more, in my opinion, I need to use more of this than I do of the Tarte Shape Tape because I don't think it's as good at covering. But what I'm doing right now is I am spreading that out with my ring finger, and then I'll go back in with my foundation brush and kind of try to blend the foundation and the concealer together. Maybe I use a little bit too much, but I think it's decent concealer. This is only my second time using it, but I found that I still had some darkness that it didn't conceal the first time. That's why I wanted to make sure today I used the corrector. So there's no additional product on this foundation brush. I'm simply pouncing to kind of blend in that concealer. And then because I am filming the foundation review and demo today, I am not going to powder all over my face. I am going to use the LA Girl Pro Face HD Press Powder, the one that goes with the foundation, but I'm going to use it only under my eyes. I have it in the shade Creamy Natural. And I'm going to use a Jessup tapered highlighter brush, just a small little brush for a little bit of powder here, right under the eyes. I'm hoping this adds just a little bit of coverage under there because I still think I can see dark circles peeking through, but maybe it's just all in my head. Alright, so for bronzer, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Bronze Shimmer Highlight, and I'm going to concentrate mostly on the bronzy side and the contoury side with that same powder brush. So the contoury side right here is really pretty. It's like not quite cool tone, but it's definitely not warm either. So I'm using a pretty small brush for this because I'm treating it like a contour, but then the fact that I'm buffing it in makes it more like a bronzer because it's not concentrated in one spot. As I mentioned, most of these products I'm using today are brand new to me, like second use. I won't call it first impressions because honestly, I don't feel like first impressions are that valuable on YouTube. Like, I don't want to know how it looked the first day you wore it. I kind of want to know after that so that you had a chance to play with what primer you put under it or what brush you applied it with or how heavy-handed you were. So I think I'm going to start doing more like second impressions because I think that's more valuable. And then now I use the same brush, but I swirled the two bronzy shades together on the hairline. So I think that looks pretty good. When I'm swirling up here by my hairline, you can see that my postpartum hair regrowth is really coming through right now. I have a bunch of baby hairs. They're about, I don't know, yay long, all over my hairline. So I never cut bangs. They're just, you see them? They're just everywhere. All these little 3-inch long hairs all over my hairline. Haven't really talked about that much in my postpartum videos, but I definitely have them. Alright, and then I'm taking just a little bit more on that skinny brush, but I'm pinching the brush, and I'm applying that down the side of the nose for a little bit of contouring to make the nose look slightly slimmer. Always want to do that. And then a little bit of that on the tip of the chin with the same brush. And underneath the jawline to reduce under double chin, under fat here. Make it recede. Alright, so I did get some blushes, but they're all shimmery from this haul. I just filmed an Ulta haul, so I'm going to use a matte blush so that doesn't impact the overall like review of the foundation. Like I don't want my blush to be so shimmery that you think my face is glowing, but really it's the blush, not the fact that I'm oily because the foundation didn't wear well. Hope that makes sense. So for a matte blush, I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Blushing Bride. The other day I opened up my blush drawer and my husband was in here and I said, here, pick a blush. And so he picked this one. Like I gave him no rules, I just said pick one. And I said, why did you pick this one? And he said, it looked the most blushy. I was like, okay, that's fair. So this blush is maybe satiny, but mostly matte. So I'm just using the e.l.f. blush brush and giving myself a little bit of flush. Hopefully I look like a blushing bride. I don't know if it's coming off on camera, but I might have overdone it. I always overdo it when it comes to blush. I just love blush. And then, yeah, go a little heavy-handed. So this is a clean e.l.f. foundation brush. And I'm just buffing that in to make sure it's not too harsh. A nice kabuki. I love this for like blending powder too. Not necessarily for liquid foundation, but I do like the e.l.f. Powder brush, it's called, for powder and blending out contour and stuff. So I will use a highlighter today, despite that I'm doing a foundation review. Often I don't when I do a foundation review because I want the glow to be because I'm oily, not because of the highlighter. But for, let's see, which highlighter do I want to use? I just got the NYX Illuminator. This is in the shade Magnetic. And I thought that was really pretty. So I'm going to use the same brush I used for my contour and bronzer. And Magnetic I think is more peachy, so hopefully you can tell there. It's really pretty though, and I think it will kind of go in with the blush, kind of meld together. And I am doing what Emily Noel 83, I've talked about her a lot recently, what she recommended, which was to blur your highlighter so that it doesn't come off like a streak by like blending it in, like buffing it, because you know that just spending that little bit of extra time makes it look a lot more natural, makes the skin texture at the top of your cheeks look more natural, more flawless. So alright, so that is the Magnetic highlighter. I can see some little glitter particles in it. Let me pull this, put this out. So there it is on my hand. I don't know if you can tell, but there might be some glitter to it. It's kind of dark, so if you're very fair, you may not like this, only as a blush, but I think on my skin tone it works out just fine. But yeah, I can see some little glitter particles in it. Hope I don't hate that throughout the day. It's the first time I've used that one. Alright, so for lips, I was so excited. So the Ulta haul that I did, my husband actually bought everything for me. Like I gave him a huge list, like $1,000 worth of products at Ulta that I wanted, gave him the promo codes, the coupons, told him which ones were buy one, get one half off, and my gift card from Christmas, and I just like let him buy me stuff because I wanted to do a haul. And I couldn't make up my mind, and he agreed to play along. So he got me all six that I requested, which I was surprised because these are normally $10 a piece, of the L'Oreal Color Riche Shine lipsticks. I kind of want to do a lip swatch video, but which one do I want to use today? I think I'm going to go with Burnished Blush. And that is like the most natural of the shades, not like too bright or anything. Burnished Blush. First time I'm using this one. I have used the contour, or the coral one before. I think that's really pretty. It feels like a balm going on. Doesn't have much of a taste. They're buy one get one half off at Ulta, but I don't know for how much longer. Doesn't feel sticky like a gloss, but you definitely get that glossy look. So if you don't like lipstick because it's like lip gloss because it's sticky, but you like the look of glosses, you might want to try these because at the drugstore price point, pretty cool. I really like this. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the eyes. I don't have a new eyeshadow primer, so really quick I'm just going to use my MAC Paint Palette. just really quickly, I'm using MAC's Soft Ochre to prime my eyes very quickly. And I actually also do not have a brand new brow product, but I do have one that I've only used a few times, the Covergirl brow pencil. This is the Covergirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in the shade Soft Brown. This is going to be, I think, my third or fourth time using it, and I honestly have not been a huge fan so far. I think that the color is just a little too dark for me, and I feel like I've just not been loving it. So I'm giving it one more try. You can tell a difference. I mean, look, I've only done a few strokes and already this brow looks way better than this brow. Finished my brows and I went ahead and did one eye. Today I'm using the Venice Beach palette by Lorac. And this is one of, I think, 2 or 3 that they have in this kind of packaging. But basically, they're like California kind of palettes. And this one has the plum and a bronze and, you know, tans and stuff. So that's what I thought I would like it. One major flaw of this palette is that there are no mattes. So here are the shades right here on by my thumb, and they're all shimmery. Like, it's not a deal breaker because I always have usually a matte bronzer with me, and I can pull from other things in my collection, but as far as standalone, this palette wouldn't do it for a lot of people because there are no mattes. I actually didn't go ahead and pull in any mattes on my palette from anywhere else in my collection today because I wanted to show how it performed on its own. So I used the shade Aviators, which is like a tannish bronzy shade, and I applied that as a transition shade. This is the e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush. I use that as my transition shade, and I set that brush aside so I can use it for blending purposes later. But I mean, that shade is shimmery, but if you can tell, like, it's not, I don't know. It's okay. I can live with it, but I would probably prefer in the future to use a matte bronzer in my crease instead of that, but I can make it work. And then I use just a flat eyeshadow brush, and this is the shade called Chill Vibes. It's that deep bronzy shade there at the bottom. It's like a little bit of a bronzy purple, perhaps. And I didn't realize when I started using it that it pulled slightly on the cool tone side, but I thought it was going to be like a really dark brown. So it's pigmented, it's just not the color in my mind that I thought it was going to be. But I think it's still really pretty. And of course for a lid shade, it to be shimmery, that's not a big deal for me, not a deal breaker. I think it's really pretty, look at that. Very pretty. And then I went in with a the e.l.f. contour brush, which is like a stiff brush, with the shade Chill Vibes and Canal, the purple. And I went in with that right on the outer V, just to add some depth, but the lid shade I used was the deepest shade in this palette, so it's like kind of hard to add depth when you already use the deepest shade on the lid. But I'm going back in with that blending transition brush. It's got the tan on it, and then I'm going in with the shades Boardwalk and Boho Beauty together, the lightest, the 2 highlighty shades. Sorry if I blinded you. And this is just a like pencil brush from a no-name brand. And a lot of people don't like an underbrow highlight that's shimmery, but I personally don't mind it. I love a shimmery shade for the inner corner, but under the brow I prefer more of a matte finish. So all in all, I think that the quality of these shadows itself, they're really pretty, really good. I wish that there was a matte, even just one dark brown matte, or one light tan matte, or one off-white matte. If they had had any of those 3, I would have said, okay, cool, but all 3 would have been even better. So I would have knocked the price up a third because that would have added a lot of shadows to it. But I personally like it. As is, I can make it work. Now I'm using the Covergirl Perfect Blend Pencil in Black Brown on the upper lash line, doing a pretty generous line. And I'm also going to do the tight line, just really quickly. And then I'm using the smudger to soften that. It's from the other side of the pencil. And I use the smudger instead of the pencil on the lower lash line because it has enough product on it to kind of smoke out the lower lash line without me using any additional product. Then, new to me today. This wasn't new to me today. This was the second time I've used it. New to me today, though, is the Pure, P-U-R, Triple Threat Slimline Mascara. Very reflective packaging. The Slimline Mascara Triple Threat is like a gray package, and I got a mini with the purchase of the Love Your Selfie 2 palette from Ulta, but it has a very small brush. Hopefully you can see. Pretty small. The mascara itself seems pretty good. I don't love it. I don't think it's the best I've ever tried, but it's really not bad. So if you're looking for, you know, a high-end mascara, or you did like I did, where you got this as a free gift, I would definitely say go for it. I mean, it's worth a use, but it's not going to be my, like, repurchase, like, go-to mascara. I do like the wand is so small for the lower lashes. I think that is where this mascara is better, perhaps, than others, but I can't say for sure, seeing as I don't know if it flakes, I don't know if it runs, I don't know anything about the wear of it. I haven't looked up the price either. I would imagine it's around $20. But yeah, it's okay. So, I also did not get a new setting spray, so let me use the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, just lightly. So this is the look I came up with. Verdict, I really do like that eyeshadow palette. I think the quality is gorgeous. I don't mind that they're all shimmery. I don't know, some people might. That might be a deal breaker, but I don't mind it. I think it looks really pretty. I love the foundation so far. I am filming the foundation review and demo, so it's hard to say because it's like just at first application. Of course I like it, but watch that video if you want to see if it held up throughout the day better than the average foundation. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment down below if you have any video requests, suggestions, products you want to see me review on my channel. And I am doing more mommy videos and lifestyle, so if there are any videos that are not makeup related that you like watching, let me know. Like if you like what I eat in a day, or you like what my toddler eats in a day, or you want to see what's in my bag, or, you know, whatever kind of videos you like. Let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.